Hello everyone, I'm Professor Geek. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day one of my 31 Days of Halloween vlog. So each day this October, I'm going to review and talk about a story. It could either be a comic, a DVD, a film, a TV show, an episode, or whatever, but something that's Halloween related and either superhero and or comic book related. I fudged the definitions a little bit, but my channel is a superhero channel. That's the primary focus of it, so I'm not going to leave that too far. But today, for the first day to kick off this vlog, this new challenge for me is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I've never done a daily thing like this, and this is also a new format for me too, having the a camera out and just speaking live into it and everything like that. But I think this will probably work best to show you the artwork, especially for the comic books anyway. Maybe I'll try something different for some other mediums. But anyway, to kick this off, I have got one of my favorite Superman stories, and this is I don't say that lightly. There's so many great Superman tales out there. You know, Superman for All Seasons, Kingdom Come, Superman Kryptonite, Birthright. You know, so many great, and that's just more recent ones. Not even to get to the classics, but this really is one of my favorites, and I think it's incredibly well written. It was a 2-issue crossover from 1992, and as you can see, it started in Superman Man of Steel, and then in Superman 70 finished out. So the Superman Man of Steel one, written by L Simonson, Jon Bogdonove, and Dennis Janke did the art, and it's gorgeous art. I'll show you some in just a bit. And then the Superman title was written by Jurgens, with Brett Breeding doing the art. Really great stuff in here as well. So a number of reasons why I recommend these two, and if you can, I think you can, pretty sure that you can find them on Comixology if you look for Superman the Man of Steel number 14 and Superman number 70. Should be able to find them there. If not, you can probably find, I know for a fact that they have a lot of them used on eBay and Amazon and such, selling them as a packet here, as a package rather deal. Then you can also find the individual issues, and they're not too expensive. I mean, 92 is not terribly long ago, nor is that a period where the comic books were really worth something, anyway, so easy to get a hold of. Great story. Number of reasons. One is I love the Batman Robin team up. I mean, the Superman Robin team up, excuse me. There's just something so special about it. This is Tim Drake, of course, who's one of my favorite characters ever. But even way back from the beginning, when you had Dick Grayson, Robin teaming up with Superman, there's just something special about it. You have this, because Robin has a lot more in common personality, I think, with Superman than he does Batman. I love Batman. He makes such a great team with Batman because he levels Batman out. He's a little bit lighter and brighter, and he mellows out some of Batman's darkness and seriousness and stuff. All of the Robins have done that, including Tim Drake. Dick Grayson was the real, tricksterish, laughing and all the time stuff, Robin, but even Tim Drake as well. So I love that, the idea of the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. But when you take Robin away and pair him with Superman too, it's kind of like spending time with your favorite uncle or something like that. He loves Superman. He's always looked up to him, and the two of them together are great. So Tim Drake is a new Robin at this point. He hasn't been Robin for too terribly long, and he's, in terms of the Robins, you've had at this point anyway, you've had Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and now Tim Drake. And Tim Drake is probably the most mature of the Robins, at least at the time of being Robin. I mean, Dick Grayson is Nightwing at this point, and he's off doing great stuff, and a great character as well. But Tim Drake is the most technologically savvy in the comic books, and he goes on to be quite the detective himself. I mean, Dick Grayson, of course, is a good detective, but Dick Grayson's a little bit more of a physical hero, a little bit more of a incredible acrobat, of course, and everything like that. Tim Drake just has his own little niche, which is really cool. So the two of them together, Superman and Robin, it's a great team up. And the first book I'll talk about is this, and I'll try not to spoil these titles, so that if you want to read them yourself, you won't spoil anything. The cover does kind of tease that maybe that's Batman or something. It's not. The big baddie in these comics, what makes it so cool is it's Superman and Robin versus Dracula, basically. So really, really cool. There was some great little tongue-in-cheek are hidden kind of moments in the first issue that only real fans would know, of different genres, different science fiction stuff and fan stuff. The art's great. Got that Jon Bogdonove, beautiful art. Dracula himself, kind of, he appears to people, I don't know, he looks like the dad from The Nanny, in my view, with that mullet kind of look or whatever. But he can appear as the classic Bela Lugosi. So they're throwing out homages to all of the classic iterations of Dracula. His real true face, of course, is the Nosferatu face, which is great. And this is Lucy Lane. So we've got Jimmy Olsen was a love interest for Lucy Lane, Lois Lane's sister. So great stuff there. Lucy, of course, we first see her. She's watching Dracula, and we know, if you know Dracula, if you've read the novel, Lucy was one of his victims before Mina. Lucy was the one. So Lucy Lane, that's just perfect synergy there. A couple of things. Let's see. I wanted to point out a couple of things without giving too much away here. I love these little touches, these fun touches. Jimmy Olsen going all vampire hunter there is great. Some great touches to the Bram Stoker's film. I think that had been out by then, or maybe not. But anyway, where is it here? At some point, I think I've missed it. Yeah. This is the fun of doing a video, live recording and talking like this. You get to watch me flip pages and figure out what I'm doing. But a couple little nods, like Tobin's spirit guide right there. Of course, that's a nod to Ghostbusters and stuff like that. And then this panel right here, this is a classic Batman and Robin pose. So they're kind of paying homage to that once Robin kind of meets up with Jimmy Olsen. And Robin has been on the hunt for Dracula for a while. Apparently there was some vampire killings in the Batman run at that time, and it crossed over into this one, hence why Robin is coming to Metropolis. He's tracked Dr. Ruthen there, has the alias of Dracula at this point. So the first book is Robin coming to Metropolis and eventually teaming up, and I won't give away any more of it, but eventually teaming up with Superman there. A lot of fun. Jimmy Olsen himself is a Robin-like character, so that was why it's so cool to see Robin and Jimmy Olsen have a little time there. A Robin-like character. He's not Robin in that he's not, he doesn't have the ability to fight or all of that, but he's very much sort of a Robin to Superman in a lot of ways. So he and Robin teaming up, that was great. And then this one is truly epic. The great ending to it. I won't spoil the ending. I'll show you a little bit of art here and stuff. You've got the DC's version of Satan anyway, the devil. Neither Marvel or DC actually have the devil, in their books, but Marvel has Mephisto, DC has its own version. So I won't give away too much, but you've got DC's own version of the devil in here, coming kind of pissed off about the whole Dracula thing, because when Dracula bites somebody, their soul stays on Earth and doesn't go down to hell, of course. So really cool, really gets complicated, and but in a good way. Really good character development. And you've got Superman as a character known for such pure-hearted goodness. The real Superman anyway. Certainly at this time, the comics were portraying him as that. So for Superman to go up against a villain like Dracula is, of course, just an awesome idea, because Dracula would. Superman would be susceptible to Dracula because Dracula is more magic and Superman's susceptible to magic. So it's it's an interesting fight, an interesting matchup. And then throwing, quote unquote Satan into the picture too. I mean, that's huge. You've got pure-hearted Superman against all these super dark forces, far more dark than just a human heart gone wrong, like Lex Luthor or something. So really great stuff. I don't want to show you too much of this one because I don't want to give away the story. It really is great. The ending, I will say, is just an amazing twist to the end. It really is great. Love that. But that first panel there with Superman and Robin teaming up officially and everything, and you've got Superman is complimenting Tim Drake because he knows that Tim is new, and he said, you really, learned a lot in a short amount of time. And Tim, I love this panel here. Tim says, where is it there? He says, there it is. Okay, so Superman's complimenting him. Sorry, getting the hang of this. Superman's complimenting him, and Robin said, "Gee, thanks. That's cool of you to notice. I mean, So he sounds a little childish, but then tries to straighten it up a little bit because he's with Superman, and Superman's awesome, and all of that. So really love that. Great team up, great dynamic. And the story is just a well written story. You've got 2 issues written by 2 different writers, but of course, they're going to be talking to each other, and they both got an idea how the whole arc plays out. So the theme of really good versus evil, and can a pure-hearted goodness such as Superman, or even Robin, that Robin personifies as well, can that really triumph against evil? And you don't really have, without spoiling it, I'll say you don't really have a traditional let me say this, the ending's not expected by any means. It's not easy, and it's not, it's interesting. It's really interesting. And it has a lot of great things to say about keeping that fire burning, for being the good, true-hearted hero, and that it's possible to make a difference in everything, but it's not too easily won in the end either. So yeah, I won't say any more than that. I don't want to give it away. I want you to check these out as well. Please do check this out. I highly recommend it. Every day this month, I'm going to have some more topics out here like this, and when I can, I'll have the appropriate collectibles out there to accompany the visuals there. Let me know what you think too of this format here, with the comics being out in front of this and me just speaking about it. It works well for comics, so I can show different things, but having the pictures cut against the audio is nice too, which I'll probably do for the films and stuff like that, of course. So let me know what you think, and if you've got some superhero / Halloween titles in mind, I've already got my big list, but there's some wiggle room within it, and I'm going to add a few more titles here or there, play around. So if you have some requests that you'd really like me to take a look at, let me know in the comments section. I'd be happy to consider that. And yeah, let me know what you think of this run. Do you remember reading it, or does it look intriguing enough for you to go out and pick it up? Do you too like the great Superman and Robin team-ups, because those are great, and plus just having such a classic character like Dracula, coming into it, it's just great. And these covers, this cover is gorgeous, especially this one here with Lucy is supposed to be is a vampire there, and this doesn't really give away, because covers are always a little bit sensationalizing the story as well, so could be, could not be, you don't know. But great composition in that cover. Really, really love it, with Superman at the bottom, of course, laid out almost like a Christ figure in the Pieta or something like that. But in this instant, what would be the Virgin Mary is Lucy Lane as a vampire there biting him. So yeah, and you would think, well, a vampire could never bite Superman's skin. Well, remember that this is magic, so certainly could actually. So really great stuff. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you think. And until tomorrow, keep reading and digging deeper into the superhero stories you love. See you next time.